semester is almost over.
That'll be another semester checked off your list, and then you're on your way to graduation.
What, thanks to Faith and Emily, April is really dedicated to motivation and pushing through. Finals, senior, workshop.
Alumni status equals elite membership. So this is for our seniors who are going to be graduating this spring, maybe even this summer, and even coming up in the fall. Just some things for them to think about, their checklists, and then learning about the benefits of being an alumni.
So you guys definitely want to come out. We have a lot of great things planned for you. If you have not been to a workshop, ask yourself, why haven't you been?
2 workshops a semester.
Yes. How many workshops have you been to this semester?
So in April, we're going to do a massive Money Monday. Massive meaning we're going to make it campus-wide, because who doesn't want scholarship money, right?
And I would like to give a special shout out to a special student within SSS. Her name is
Stephanie Garcia. She actually followed up on a Money Monday, applied for that scholarship, and won $1,000.
So we challenge you all to do the same thing. Come to Money Mondays, fill out the scholarship, and you too can win thousands of dollars.
But I know we focus a lot on academics, but I want to shout out the 2nd annual TRiO's Got Talent. Man, that show was amazing.
Destiny's Child.
What's up?
You in the house?
Showed up.
Let's break these people up angel style.
So the end of the year celebration is coming. It is going to be on April 30th. So make sure you come out. It's going to be bigger and better than ever.
To keep up the excitement, I want to introduce our very, very, very special guest, Dr. Brian Payne. Dr. Payne is the Vice Provost for Academic Affairs at Old Dominion University. Because not only is Dr. Payne a powerful man on the campus of Old Dominion University, but he too was a first-generation college student like many of you in SSS. Can you discuss or explain any challenges that maybe you faced when you were in college?
There were just so many that come to mind, but just the whole notion of going from my background into a college setting and not knowing what I wanted to do or why I was there or how to do it, and the financial challenges that I faced, and it was kind of surreal for me because as a kid I wanted to be a tow truck driver. I just thought, how cool would it be to be a tow truck driver? I remember I'd call home to my family, and back then you would call collect because that's how it was back then. My parents said, "Stop calling, we can't afford it." Holy cow! I was like, lots of challenges. Because after I got to ODU as a professor, there were professors here, and many of us that work on campus were the same. We were the first in our families to go to college, and we kind of found ourselves together and talking about the kinds of experiences we had, that being the first.
Right.
So does that mean you're part of the faculty mentor program?
In fact, it was myself and a few others have said we need to create this opportunity and try to link together. Because I remember, actually my very first job as a professor, they asked, how many of you are first gen? And I turned to someone and said, what does that mean? And they said, it means you were the first in your family to go to college. And I said, well, why didn't they just ask that?
Right. I think it's interesting and important that you bring up the connection that you have with other people on campus who are also first gen. I guess I just wanted to make a point that we are all first gen too. And I feel like when I was because I was in TRiO as well, when I was there, I ended up meeting a lot of friends who are still my friends to this very day.
It is. I mean, it's just a natural connection we have, and we can understand that we came from
other.
these, in some ways, very different backgrounds, but also very similar when you look at the experiences and the.
So can you think back to what helped you navigate that college process?
I can think back to it, and I can think back to a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety, but also I think what helped me a lot was, while I grew up in a low-income family, I also was exposed to a hard work ethic. recognizing that there are people, and I remember it took me a while to recognize this, that there were people who were there and there are people who are here, that it's our job to help people succeed.
We want to know, looking back, if you could talk to your past self, what would you tell yourself about what you want to know now?
And don't get so caught up in this, I want to be something. Because when I was in college, I thought, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be and it was more about the job title.
Yep.
I never thought I want to be a vice provost. I mean, that never entered my mind, but it was about being something. And I would have probably told myself, think more about what you're doing now and be more in the moment about focusing on the immediate, what am I learning? Don't worry about your grades. I know that sounds counterintuitive when we say, don't worry about your grades. Now, I'm not saying don't go to class, don't try, but I would have said, think more about learning and not the, oh, I hope I get an A, I hope I get this grade or another grade. Because once you learn it, obviously, but once you get the topic down, then the rest is going to be easy. And so I think that would be something I would tell myself.
And so I guess knowing the students that we support in our program and the students at ODU and all the dynamics that ODU offers, what would you say would be some words of advice?
Building on the what do you want to be, rather than thinking about that, I encourage students to think, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in the future? Not what do you want to be. What I would encourage students to do is think about what they want to do, what their purpose is, and how they can pick that purpose. It's not up to someone else to tell them who they are, what they're going to do, or what they're going to be. It is such an exciting moment in their lives to be able to make that decision to say, I'm going to do it, and this is how I'm going to do it.
We're interested in who you are outside of ODU.
What a great question. Outside of ODU, I'm a father of 3. It's probably the thing that I am most proud of. I'm a regular dad, but I just love my family. I love spending time with them.
We certainly appreciate you taking the time to stop by and join us for TRiO's View.
Well, I want to thank you for having me, and I want to tell you how much we appreciate everything you do for the university, because I know that when our students succeed, it's because of what you have done to help them succeed. So thank you.
And that's all the time we have for today. So remember, a time with TRiO is a time well spent.